What's going on, everyone? It's your boy King J. We're here with another Teach Me episode where the pro players teach me how to play KOF in KOFXV 15. And we have Andy. So this one is quite interesting to me because Andy's a character that I've seen in some people's teams, but he's not common. But I know that he's undercover good. So, TEIGA, take it away. Let me know what's good with Andy.
I've been Birdman rubbing ever since you said he was undercover good. I definitely. So, like the rest of the cast, he has his nice little normals. So far A, far B, far C, far D. Something you should know about him is that his far C is special cancelable, which is really good because not everyone is blessed with that luxury. 2B, 2A, 2D. This button is I say sometimes because I'm a traditional shuttle player, so when I see someone jump, I just want to DP it. But you could also trip guard people with his 2D. So you can use it that way too. And then you have 2C. If you keep in mind, his close C hits twice, but his 2C hits once. So you probably want to use this more because you're not sure how close you are to the opponent, because sometimes far C can not hit twice. If I space this out correctly. Crap. It's weird. The spacing is weird. Sometimes it'll only hit once. And then even furthermore, he has a command normal in 6A, which is the main reason I'm an advocate of 2C over 6A. Over 5A. 5C. Because sometimes this will hit, and sometimes it'll whiff. And you don't want to take that damage loss, so you can just press 2C. It's a big beefy button.
So we got to mention something about this move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love. Goes through fireballs. It's a Gotiger button.
What? I did not know this until earlier on today. But yeah, I just had to just make sure that I was added in. Alright, continue. Oh
yeah. His little Guilty Gear button. I know Guilty Gear players picked him up because it goes through fireballs. This goes through fireballs. He does have a jump command normal, which is his 2D. It's kind of like a fastball. It's kind of fun to just like move around the screen with it. Really good if you're like fighting someone who's trying to like zone and you don't want to like give them too much space. Yeah, just like that. So let's get into his special moves. So 214A or quarter circle back A is his fireball. Comes out in 2 speeds. Keep in mind if you're fighting another character like Andy who's throwing out 214A, you can just 6A through it. He has his DP, which is 623 or yeah, the 623 input. It's not fully invincible, but it's good enough.
Okay.
Like, you don't need it to be fully invincible, but it gets the job done. And you're gonna want to remember if you're playing him in like mid or anchor and you have 3 bars for something we'll come and mention later. He has his half circle forward kick. I call it torpedo kick because it just reminds me of a torpedo. It comes with 2 versions, and it's kind of something that you have to like keep in mind in terms of like that one move alone, because you can break early the same way that Rock does with his DP by pressing 2 kicks. So that's what's preventing me from leaving the floor. I'm just mashing 2 kicks after doing the input. And then the other thing you should know is that if you do manage to get them like airborne at any given point, you could use the command normal that we mentioned earlier to just drag you to the floor really quickly.
Oh.
So you kind of have to like know your positioning when it comes to using this move. Other moves I'm forgetting to mention. I don't think I'm forgetting anything.
I think that's it.
Yeah. So his supers, he has 2 supers. One of them is I'd say is worse compared to like previous counterparts, and that's Warp Super. It's quarter circle forward, half circle back. and that's the level 2 version. And then he has a torpedo kick super, which is quarter circle back, half circle forward. You're probably gonna only use the super up. I'm not gonna lie. Like, because of the way they nerfed the utility of his orb super, you're probably just gonna use this one.
Oh,
especially because
we forgot the EX moves.
oh yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, you know you would.
Yes, his fireball kind of is like gone at this point.
Oh, it's only
really
one
slow,
hit.
but you can chase it down.
Wow.
And you just run after it and get it confirmed. I think considering his toolkit, his EX Fireball is good for a reason we'll mention later. EX Torpedo Kick still covers the same properties. You can break out of it during the first hit, which I don't really see why you need to do that, considering that you just spent bar for it. Or you can just let it drag your opponent across the screen. And then you have EXDP, so 63 input. That's really good corner carry. And then we have my favorite move of his, which is climax. 214, 236 input. That's 45%. The thing that makes this super really terrifying, in my opinion, is that it's 3 frame startup. And that's only grounded. If you do it airborne, it's 1 frame startup. Approximately 1 to 2 frames. It's faster than grounded DP. I mean, grounded climax is what I'm trying to make.
That
Now,
is mad. I didn't know you could do it airborne, you know.
Oh yeah, so this is where you get like cool combos like this. How does this? Okay. Cool combo. And then, so like I was mentioning, like his fireballs are really slow beforehand. His EX fireball. So typically when people see that fireball, like no one ever wants to block it. I don't know why. So people will try to jump, and then if they jump, because they want to make a bad life decision, you could just buffer climax. And even if it hits, you can still buffer climax and just combo off of it. So you gotta be like really smart when it comes to like navigating his fireball. Because like, oh, did I see you jump? I could just make the hard climax anyways. Nah. And even if you don't want to jump with them, it's still anti-air jump.
Oh my goodness.
3 frame super!
Yeah, this character's something else. So what other tips and tricks can you give us before we can close this one?
Some things that you should know, in my opinion, is that, so traditionally, when people pop like climax, I mean, when people pop max mode, they usually just how to put this?
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, you see the damage there? Versus if I did this. Oh, crap. Can you reset, please? Oh, wait, I'm playing one. Super input. We can just do that to the side. Oh, sorry. Reset one more time. I'm not really a fan of doing this combo.
Damn, look at the damage though.
Yeah, 66, around 67%. I just do this one because it's easier. And I feel like it doesn't suffer as much from scaling. It doesn't, because I did 68.
That doesn't look like scaling to me, boy. Jeez, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, so I don't know how it works in this particular instance, but it does more damage than doing level 1 into level 2. I mean, level 1 into climax. So I always opt, if I ever get maximal combo, I always just do that because it's just guaranteed more damage. And then if you're lucky enough to get this in the corner, that works too. And that does 71%.
So where would you put him in terms of like in a team? Point, mid, or anchor?
So I think you could just put him anywhere, honestly. I just play him anchor because this is just like what I'm accustomed to, and the maximum combo is kind of easy. But you can literally put him anywhere. I've seen Japanese score who play him point. You can definitely play him mid. He's versatile enough to just go anywhere.
All right, cool, man. Well, thank you very much for the tips, man.
Problem.
The